Today is May 31st, 2022. It is day 316 of web development. And today I'm going to do just a responsive grid. And this time I'll actually change the images of, of each card instead of having the same image. So that will bring in IDs into the equation. Because right now, so far, we've worked with classes so far. But yeah, and then maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So first of all, I have my HTML tags and oops, I forgot my body tags. So everything in the body tags is it's what you're gonna see in the left white screen over here. So I just made a container. So a div is basically kind of like a box and you can just call it anything. And so I called it container. And what I'll do is I'll give it a border so you can see what it looks like. So 5 pixels, black, and then solid. And I'll give it a height also because currently it does not have a height, so that's why it looks a little weird. So I'll do vertical, like 100 vertical height of the screen. So it's like that. So solid is the type of line, so you could just do like dotted, and there's other options also, but like solid. Anyway, everything, all our cards are going to be inside this container, so I'll add my um card divs in here. So just think of everything as like boxes. So I'm making another box and I'm just calling it card, and you can't see it because we haven't given it a border yet or anything actually. So 5 pixels, black, solid, and you'll be able to see that card. Except that just like the container, it doesn't have a height, so maybe give it a height of 270 pixels and then you'll see the height. So just so you can see it, let me do green so you can like very easily, that's not how you spell green. So you could very easily see the distinction. So what I'll do is I'll have 4 cards, and so I'm going to give each card a class of cards so that if I want to apply a certain style to all of them, then I can just do that by targeting the class. And I'll also give them their respective IDs of card 1, card 2, and card 3, and card 4, so that if I want to maybe change a thing of one card, then I can just do that by targeting the IDs. So I'll change it over here, card 2, card 3, and card 4, and then now you can see that there's 4 cards, and then I'll go here, and so that you can kind of see it better, we'll give it a display of grid, right? So it becomes a grid, but you actually have to specify how many columns you want, and I want 2 columns and 2 rows, so that's what's going to happen, and then give it a grid gap so that there's space between each card, so maybe of 1 EM. I'll also give the container some padding of like, let's say 20 pixels so that there's space around the cards. And then let's see. So for each card now, I want it to have a border radius of, let's say, 10 pixels. And let me think. I already went to Unsplash and tried to find some pictures. I think we're going to do paintings today. So maybe I'll select this one and just do right click, copy image address, and then I'll go back over here and I'll target the card. So card 1, right? Hashtag card 1. I'll give it a background, colon. So again, background, anything in purple is a property, and then whatever you assign it to after the colon is a value. So I'm going to do URL, and then quotations, I'm going to paste in that link, and you'll see it show up, but it's not really its best quality. So I'll do background size, and I'll set it to cover so that it covers the entirety of its of the card. So that's good. And if you want to change the positioning of it, you could also do background position, and then maybe you can do top, and so it'll go to the top. But I think it's already at the top. Maybe you could do center, and then it'll kind of bring down things down to the center, and then bottom, I think, would bring it all the way down to the bottom. So I think I'll have it as center, and then maybe change the height to like 370 pixels so you can kind of see it better. And then as you can see, there's a problem here. So the container is actually not going the full height of like all the cards. The cards are like overflowing. So what you want to do is you want to go to the container. That's why I said, never mind. I don't think I said that. And change the height to min content. So what that will do is it will set the height of the container to be the height of the minimum content. So where the content ends is where the container ends. So that's fixed there. And then let's go back down. I'm just going to copy everything that I just did here and then copy it 3 more times, and I'll just change the thing to card 2 and card 3. Did I miss one? Whoops. Card 4. Let me just bring that down to the bottom. All right, and then I'll go back up here and try to find some other images. Let's do some classic images, or like brownish images. So give me some sort of aesthetic. So right click, copy image address, and then I'll go to card 2 and just change that link over there, that URL. We'll try to find another one. Let's see. Maybe this one. Okay, right click, copy image address, go to card 3 and change the URL. So you'll see it change, and then one more. Let's see, what are we missing? Maybe some red. So maybe this one. So right click. Actually, no, there's too much red. Let me do I don't know. I want something with red, but not too much red. Something that matches this type of, it's like not red, but it's like orangey and like nude. And I don't want flowers. Let's see. After I clicked this one, where were we? Did I click this one already? Yeah, I did. This one's too modern. Maybe this lady in red? No, I did a lady already. I need something abstract. Something with like a lot of, maybe this, but this is like, it's too colorful. Maybe this. I just feel like, I don't know. Something like this. Like, okay, I'll select this one. Copy image address and then switch that out. And so for this one specifically, I'll set the background position to be the bottom so that you can see the bottom. And I think that's good. All right, and then I'll save that. Get out of here. Now, what can I do? So to make it respond, what the heck just happened? Okay, to make it responsive, what does that mean? It basically means that when I do this, you can actually still see the images. But in this case, you cannot. So what I'll do is I'll go all the way to the bottom and I'll do at media and then parentheses and I'll do max width 800 pixels. So what this is saying is when it reaches 800 pixels, then I want the container to, whoops, to change the amount of columns that it has. So far we have 2, so we'll just change grid template columns to 1 FR. And then let's look at that. So you can see that works. Maybe let's wait until 600 pixels. So right there. And then you can see how nice that is. All right, so that's what we have so far. I also want to go to the card. So when I hover over the card, I want it to kind of go up a little bit. So I'll give it a position of relative so that, because positioning kind of it's based off where you are. So you want to give it a position of relative, and what that does, it's saying, okay, you're moving from the top -2 pixels relative to the card. Wherever the card is positioned, you're moving 2 pixels to the top relative to the card, or whatever is above this. So basically whatever's above it is what you're setting the position relative to. So now when you hover over it, you can see, and just to give you an idea, -20 pixels, you'll see even more of an effect here. But I like -2 pixels. One sec. All right, so turns out I'm not gonna have enough time to do what I wanted, so I guess I'll just finish here. I'll just make it a little pretty. So for the body, I'll give it a background of D3, D3, D3. And then the container, I'll give it a background of E. And then I'll remove the border, and then I'll remove the border for the cards. And then let me look at how it looks like. Yeah, that's fine. So this is what we're looking at. And if we resize, you can see that it's responsive. All right, and that's it for today. Bye.